All right. And it says that we are live apparently.
Yep.
And so here we go. I am with Runner of Runner Who, or yeah, the name is Runner.
Yeah, runner.
Uh, we're just going to talk about, shoot the shit about the election. Now, you are an Aussie?
Yeah, I'm from Australia.
All right. So
Yeah.
you're a foreigner. So
Yeah, I'm foreigner.
this is technically a foreign interference. And if YouTube had any moral backbone, they would shut me down on as they would on Twitter and whatnot.
Uh, Everyone's talking about the election, even foreigners, so it's not that bad.
No, it's not. Now, you and I were actually talking about this at another time. You actually like explain to me what American elections mean to fucking Australia. Like, explain
Um,
this to me.
I really like your electoral system. I think it's a brilliant idea.
We happen to agree.
Yeah. I I see it has its problems because sometimes the popular vote doesn't mean the electoral vote guarantees 100% of the time, but that's very rare, and this
So,
it
so what you're saying is
sometimes
my
it
country isn't.
happens.
So what you're saying is my country aren't run by idiots, or
Yes.
the mainstream idiots.
Or or you're like my country, what was based on
Yo,
what,
based? Yes. Yes, we are based. Anonymous user.
yeah. It's not like my country when it's very much based on the British system,
Oof.
British electoral system.
Yeah, it's weird because I was actually having that we were discussing the American Revolution with one of the other people on the Discord, and they were saying that the originally the U.S. Senate used to be almost exactly like the British House of Lords, which
Oh,
we
really?
fixed in like the 1900s or like the later 1800s, some
Yeah.
sometime in there. We decided to fix that particular issue.
Yeah.
But yeah, apparently senators used to be elected by the House of Reps.
Oh, really? Now
No
they're
shit.
elected by the people.
Yes, now they are. Thank God.
Yeah, that's a good thing. I just had my election, my state election.
Oh my. Oh, your state election?
Yeah,
Now, when you
in
say
Australia.
state, do you mean like your own province or like the full on like prime minister and shit?
Yeah, like a province.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah.
Cool. Did that shake out well?
Um, Due to a place called the Gold Coast being a huge tourist hub and Queensland being very hard on borders, Labor won.
Okay. I don't know what that means for your
Uh,
country, but it
Labor
now.
is the Democrat, is the Australian version of the Democrats, and the Liberal National Party is the Australian version of the Republican Party.
Ah, shit. I'm sorry. My condolences, sir.
Eh, shit happens.
Yeah,
At
yeah,
least I voted.
there is that small consolation. And I
Well, to
mean,
be fair, Australians are forced to vote.
it's mandatory.
Yes.
Huh.
Wait, you didn't know that?
No, in the US it is
I know.
voluntary.
Yeah, it's voluntary. I'm happy I voted, but I like it to be mandatory.
You know,
It'll
I'm
solve a lot of our problems.
huh.
Yeah.
Well, at least it would be interesting because if it was mandatory, could the dead still vote?
I don't know.
It's a problem we have in the US. We have electoral necromancy.
Oh, that's right.
It's fascinating. But no, I
There's so
actually
much
wanted
happening
to.
with this election. I can't keep up sometimes.
Oh, it's absolutely insane. The whole Pennsylvania situation is completely foobar. Um,
I've
but
I've
but
heard about it, but I don't know the full story.
well, apparently there have been cases in disavowed is asking what happens if you don't vote. I'm assuming that that was the context of his question.
Ah,
Yeah,
one of I see one of if you don't vote, you get a fine.
you get fined. Okay,
Yes. But
huh?
there's an actual loophole.
Really?
You c- you gotta book a holiday in months in advance during the election, then go to the holiday, then you come back, then you get questioned.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay. Why didn't you vote? I was on a holiday.
yeah,
Seems legit. That's essentially what Mitt Romney did in 2012.
okay.
After the election, he decided, I lost. I'll go to Disneyland. You useless cuck. Anyways,
Yeah, this failed, you get fined.
yes,
We
but I
Australia's
actually
a
wanted to.
weird country.
Well, yeah, and I know that, but I wanted to ask you about the influence that American politics has on other nations. Like, what is the significance to other countries about who's in power in America? Because
Ooh,
we don't comprehend our own importance on the international stage, like the average Joes. We don't really get we don't understand the significance of American elections on the world stage.
that is a good question, and the answer is you guys been on the top have been on top of the hill for a long time. Nations like Australia and other countries in the West, you give us a lot of aid and media and a lot. We rely on America a lot. So if a election or something like Corona happened and you guys did pretty well of containing Corona and the deaths like 200,000 were bullshit. It was much lower. It's just you they've stretched the numbers a bit, but that's
Well,
probably a different time. Yeah,
yeah.
if you guys get hurt pretty badly, it hurts a lot of nations. It's like a domino effect.
Okay. All right. So and as an Australian, you were just telling me before we hopped on stream that you have a few theories about the US elections.
Oh, that's right. And well, one of them I've heard from an actual Latino is that Trump might win the Latino vote.
That I just watched AA's updated final prediction on the 2020 election, and the Latino vote actually switched or strengthened Trump's hold in, like, it was.
California.
No, California was not
No.
that significant, but I wouldn't. Here's the thing: AA's predictions were extremely conservative, using what little data we have available at this time, and I don't think that that data he's using is accurate because no one knows the sleeping giant of Trump supporters,
Mm.
and that is the only apt comparison I can give it, because um supporting Trump is not popular to speak about.
Yeah.
It's um, engaging the high amount of people that support Trump, not just when he was originally elected, but those he has converted over his tenure, like the people like Glenn Beck, who like literally put his face in a bowl of Cheetos. He's now rabidly pro-Trump, even though he always claimed to be conservative. And then you have people on the left, guys like Tim Pool, Dave Rubin, and not just them personally, but people like them. Um, even solid lefties like this girl Carlin, who's doing her own review of White Fragility. Like it's insane the effect of how many people Trump has actually pulled over to his side based on what he's done rather than what names the left calls him. And
Okay.
I don't think you can measure that conversion rate because
Hmm.
and the thing that I've seen online with my interactions with Trump supporters is when we're polled because they actually got smarter. They actually started expanding the people who they poll, and they started texting Trump supporters like me who are active on Facebook. So they tried to include us in their metrics. The
That's
problem
pretty good.
is, no,
Yeah.
it doesn't make a damn difference because none of us are telling them shit.
Oh, really?
We're all sending them sarcastic, snarky remarks. Like
Of course you are.
we are giving them nothing, or we'll just straight up ignore them. So, um, I actually think Trump has this in the bag. I I think that we're going to be watching election night, and it's going to be as dull as a Joe Biden rally. That will be this like it'll be such a tremendous victory. It's going to be anticlimactic.
You know, be the funniest part about it.
What?
It's going to be really stupid, but it's 2020. Anything might happen.
It's true.
California might California might flip
I
red.
I I shit you not. If California flips for Trump, I highly doubt it. I highly doubt it.
I
Now,
doubt it
don't.
too, but it would be funny.
It would be funny. Now, don't get me wrong. But if they did, I I don't know I don't know what I would do. Um, I don't know what I'd do if Trump won California. Like I don't know. It would because I'm from California. I moved from California to Texas. Um, I didn't do it for political reasons. I actually left to get married. So
Oh, really?
yes. The Mrs. Carnal enticed me over to Texas, and it has served me well. It is
Yeah. I know a few people who were from California and moved to different states, not for political reasons, because of high living standards and a bunch of other things.
yeah. Well, I'm with the Stone Toss comic. After me, if someone's like, "Who are you? We're from California. You're a foreign invader. Get shot." Like I'm.
Mm.
It is funny though because they were talking about. I actually learned this from Pleb, from Don the Pleb of Pleb Media. Um, that when Californians or liberals to uh, move to Texas, after about 10 years, they flip red.
Hmm. I wonder why.
Well,
I wonder.
seriously, and I was floored by that anomaly that Texas actually converts people to being or voting more conservative than they did from their home state. And Mandatory's in chat.
Yeah,
He's saying that he
yeah,
moved to Oregon. He moved to Oregon to escape. I'm assuming to escape California. Is that what you mean, sir?
for the high living standards.
Mm.
Mm. To be fair, Australia and California, I haven't looked this up maybe for a while. I don't know if it's changed or not. Have the same cost of living,
What?
especially in the suburban parts. Yes. Don't quote me on this, but they have round about the same cost of living.
They have the same. Hang on. Does oh no? He moved to Oregon to marry a gal, and it sadly did
Ah,
not work out. I'm sorry to hear that, man. That is a bummer.
that
Like
sucks.
that legit sucks. Press F in chat for Mandatory. Um, so, anyways, so the same cost of living as California. Holy shit! Like,
Yeah.
do you guys not like? Uh, I'm really trying to wrap my head around that because my immediate thought went to the high cost of imports, but you have enough land to farm, or then
It's
again, you might
more
not.
taxes and
Oh,
a bunch of other stuff. Plus, we're a very high import from China.
wow, that sucks. that that legitimately blows.
Eh, it could be worse. The politicians in my country are finally wise up, like, oh fuck, we've been feeding the Chinese snake for a little too long. Turn back now. Oh no. And they're investing in Australian industry again. What's pretty good.
No, and that's see that's and now I'm starting to understand the effect that America has on other nations because you were talking about our foreign aid, and I said, yeah, but most Americans want to cut that aid to you, and then I realized if America were to cut back its aid to other countries and its contributions to things like NATO, the UN, all that jazz, maybe you'd stop being such communist shitholes. like
Probably.
maybe if America stopped subsidizing communism, you guys could actually taste freedom again.
Probably.
So
Depends what happens.
maybe it's good if we got the world off the American teat.
Yeah.
Now, don't get me wrong. Lady Liberty has fantastic jugs, but we need to get you off of them.
Yep. But say, saying that, you guys should still have military stuff in Australia.
Oh, oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
I was just talking about like perpetuating the global welfare state that America's complicit in. Um,
Ah, that's right.
but no, I would love any excuse to be stationed and be ready to curb stomp any shenanigans worldwide. That's an American. That's our right.
Yeah. If you guys got rid of military aid, you caught like a big reason why most people join the US military. Well, one of the big reasons. Because people want to travel for free, basically.
um, I can't speak to that. Like most people who serve in the military, do there are easier ways to travel for free. You do not have to. You do not have to sign a sign up for the risk of getting shot to travel.
Uh, you're most of the people who go to most of the countries now you guys are going are America friendly, so I don't see it as a huge problem.
Mm.
Well, I don't live in the world
Well,
hegemon.
well, we've actually stopped going to the Middle East, so Yeah, the
Yeah,
places our military might go might be a bit friendlier. So,
yeah.
uh, any other election predictions that you have for us?
Oh boy. Well, if Biden wins,
Hang on. Mandatory's like, hey, I joined the Coast Guard to travel to Bosnia. I stand fucking corrected, damn it, Mandatory. Jeez. Here I am trying to give props to the military for some like moral virtue, and no, he just comes in. No, I straight up joined the Coast Guard to travel to Bosnia. Thanks, thanks.
Oh, fuck, that's funny. Uh,
Now,
I
do
like
you?
his image too.
Yeah, and I mean, if he wants to keep commenting on the question is, hey, if you sign up for the military shit, do you get to choose where you're stationed or all that shit, or are you just taking the piss with me there? They're mandatory. Anyways, so if Joe Biden wins,
If Joe Biden wins, well, I don't think this is going to be a surprise to anyone. Joe Biden's not going to be in the office for long. Kamala's going to take over. Or he's going to be used as a puppet.
oh no, no doubt. In fact,
Yeah.
there was a clip that the Liberalists posted about Kamala being announced at one of her rallies as the next president of the United States.
Ooh.
Yeah, like
Wait,
they
is
straight.
this like is this like months ago or recent?
No, this
Because
was
we gotta.
recent. This was recent. This is one of her VP rallies for the Joe Biden presidency, and she was straight up announced as the next president of the United States.
Wait. I don't know if that's actually true or not, or if it is, it will be like a big oof, like what happened with the photo fraud stuff.
Who knows? Who knows?
Yeah, I'm very selective. I usually try to make sure if it's true or not.
Well, it was a video. Like it wasn't like it wasn't taken out of context. Like it was like straight up.
Ah,
It wasn't like it wasn't a claim of she was announced as. It was a video of her being announced as the next president of the United States, and she still. This was while she was campaigning as the vice president for Joe Biden's campaign, and she didn't correct it in the video. No
okay.
one corrected it. I'm not even sure anyone caught it, which is in my
The
opinion,
funny
equally
part.
damning. Yes.
Eh, yeah, what else?
Well, no, and my whole thing is, so do you think that if Trump gets elected, that this whole COVID shit, the whole restrictions are gonna stop? Because I'm in Texas, and even Texas is saying that they're gonna lock down again. I'm like, no, there's no reason to lock down again. None.
Um, I think you guys should take it slow.
Well, yes, and hear me out. We are taking it slow. Like
That's good.
nothing is completely open yet. But they're talking about clamping it down like when it first started kind of bullshit. Like
That is stupid.
no schools, only quote unquote essential workers as they call them, which my job is always essential, thank God. So
Well,
I
everyone
I haven't had
knows
to work.
that burning down buildings is essential work.
Yes, and apparently, while you are rioting, you are immune from COVID. Did you know?
Yeah, wokeness is one of the best immunities to COVID, apparently.
In it must be their proximity to fire and flame.
Probably.
I'm maybe it's preparation for the afterlife. Who knows? Um,
Uh,
uh, but no, the riots definitely did help Trump in the end, though. Definitely did.
yeah. Besides, he still has that back pocket of the National Guard.
Yes, he does
He
have the
hasn't
back.
used it yet.
Yeah, he does have that in his back pocket, and I don't think there's a way for him to use that without looking like the tyrant they accuse him of. Um, and here's the problem: if Trump uses it against Antifa and Joe Biden gets elected, Joe Biden will then use that as precedent to reenact uh, the same kind of force to mandate COVID, and that would be the Civil War.
Hmm. Oh, family's calling. I'll be right back in a minute.
And he has family obligations. This is a family-friendly channel, so anytime anyone has to deal with children or waifus or significant others, it is of course tolerated and actually promoted, very promoted. I'm glad when anyone says, "Hey, I got to put the family first." That is where it's at, ladies and gentlemen. Take care of you and yours. Take care of your home. Take care of your community. You do whatever it takes to get that done. And Mandatory says winter's coming and fuck the critics, unleash the National Guard. Yes, with the M2s at stage 2. Now, if
Yo,
Mandatory would, how's it going, man? Welcome back. Welcome back.
it's about.
Yep. It's about
It
what?
was my birth. It was my birthday yesterday, and I had some wine, and I drank the bottle.
Was that the emergency?
Yes,
Now, were they congratulating you on drinking the bottle, or were you just topping it off?
they were like, "Hey, did you drink the rest of the wine?" I said, "Yes." They're like,
Nice.
"Okay." It's 7 for me.
Disavowed, you are off by 2 hours, son. Off by 2 hours. Now, is Disavowed in the Discord? Because if he's not in the Discord, I will be offended. Because in the Discord, we have a link to the stream.
Yeah.
You could, if you're on the Discord, you can be let into the stream. It's in the general chat. So if you want to hop on anytime, son, just saying. I'm just saying. The link is in the description, Disavowed. The link is in the description. Please don't. The last time we posted, well, the last time we posted the stream link in the chat or in the chat or in the description, uh, shit got a little out of control, just a little bit.
Oh, fucking everyone joined the stream.
Well, no, not everyone joined the stream. We got like Joe Biden's compatriots waking off on the live stream. No, seriously, we had the Hunter Biden posse invading my live stream.
Posting
And
his M&M penis.
yeah, they they tried to pull a Dankula on Snapchat, except they aimed too high.
Fucking hell. I was
Uh,
talking I was talking to this Australian boomer the other day on Sargon server,
okay, go on.
and he was we were talking about Jordan Peterson and stuff, and he was like, and I really want, and he said one question, and everyone was like, how's,
What was the
and he said,
question?
how's Thanks Discord server like? And everyone's like, everyone was
Uh,
quiet and like,
Dank server.
Yeah.
Yeah. About that server, sir.
Yep.
Um,
Basically, we just basically said it's very degenerate and it's not a great place to go there for an intellectual discussion.
oh, because the last time I heard about Dank server, it was taken down. Like it was gone. It was yeeted off of Discord. So the last I heard of it, it was gone. But if he got another one, um, I'm not
He
telling nobody about it.
he gets one every other week, or like apparently once it got yeeted 5 times, once a
Holy,
day.
oh my gosh, my
Man,
goodness.
it's dank server. That thing doesn't fucking die. It's Jason fucking Forces of fucking Discord.
Well, I don't. Well, I don't know, but I hope Dank's Discord is not subject to the same treatment my stream got. But knowing Dank's server, knowing Dank's server, I'm going to guess they probably get much worse.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Oof.
Yeah. Thank thank God I'm not on dank server. I used to be on there for 20 minutes, then I left.
Aw. No love
It
for the
was
new father.
it was it's fucking horrifying, man.
Well, then his server has done its job. It is scared the weak. I'm sorry, but
That's fine.
that's
I'm
just
not
how
a big
things
fan
go
of
on the
scat, that's
internet.
all. I
Ah,
know.
Mandatory says
I
that not rough enough, but the bouncers are worthless. What? Okay. Well,
I
what is the
I'm a
reference for this?
zoomer. I don't get the reference. I'm a
I don't get
zoomer,
it.
so what?
Not rough enough, but the bouncer are worthless. Oh, hang on. And we have a Bebo.
What's up, boys?
How's it
Hello.
going, man?
And no dick pics tonight. No dick pics.
No. No,
No
those
M&M
those weren't.
penises, thank
No.
goodness.
Those weren't dick pics. Those are like straight up. Here's my junk.
Oh man. That was great though, man. I was cracking up.
Oh,
Uh,
priceless.
I I want to take it back though. I said that's the degeneracy you get in this country. For all I know, they weren't even in America. They were probably like in Saudi Arabia, and that's how they get their rocks off. You know what I'm saying?
Well, when the goat runs away.
Saudis are weird people.
Yeah, and a lot of them got money too. So, well, not a lot, but there is an upper class.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
So mandatory
I
just gave us
actually
context. Dink's
I actually
Discord ain't rough enough, but the bouncers are shitbags.
that's true.
Okay. All right.
And
Fair enough.
I actually met a Saudi prince once
Wow.
on Discord.
See, I'm new. I don't even have a Discord account. I had to put my name in the even hop over. You know, so
Dude,
I'm a borderline boomer. So I'm not down with
Ah,
Discord.
yeah. I had him try to I had him try to verify if he was a Saudi prince or not, and I probed him with a few questions, and he was. He's like a. His dad owns a chain of hotels, and he manages one of them. And he
okay.
bought him a Jaguar. He bought his dad a Jaguar,
Okay. The animal or the car?
the animal.
Wow, that's balling. How much does a Jaguar cost in U.S. dollars?
I didn't want to ask.
I'd
I know
guess
that.
probably 75,000 would be my guess, something like that.
All right. Well, moseying back over to the topic of the stream ever so gently. Bebo,
Yep.
What's up?
will Trump win the Hispanic vote?
No. Win like as in over 50%?
Yeah, I think that was the premise of our Aussie guest.
Yeah, no way. No, I could see maybe 40s, but over 50, I doubt it. I was at Walmart the other day with my MAGA hood, and a Latino walked by me. He looked like he wanted to kill me because I had my hood on.
Did he have a La Raza shirt on?
I don't know. I just stared back at him because I go in without my mask on, no mask
As you do.
and my MAGA hood on, and I'm looking at him and he's just grimming me like he wants to kill me, and I'm like, just keep your mask on and keep on walking, buddy. Like, I don't wear my mask. Obviously, I don't care if I die.
I will not social distance from you. You social distance from me.
Like, you start fighting with me. I know you're scared of the virus. I'm gonna start kissing you.
Oh my gosh! And this is how this is how disavowed embrace the gay.
Hey, you got to use whatever. I'm getting old, man. I can't fight as well as I used to. I got to use whatever tricks I have in my bag. You know what I'm saying?
Weaponized homosexuality was supposed to have another context, and you have just given it a whole new meaning.
Hey, dude, it really works, though, man. Like, if someone starts trying to fight with you, if someone's trying to start a fight with you, just start undressing and see what they do.
I don't know if he's saying that from experience or not.
It works, I'm telling
you. Oh my god.
Oh man.
Oh god.
Oh man.
This is too funny.
I woke up the kids.
You woke up the.
Yeah.
Okay, go take care of your spawn.
All right, man. You guys have fun. I gotta go.
All right, go take care of your children.
Yep. Thanks. Bye.
You're being kicked. Bye.
Try you later. He doesn't seem like a bad dude.
No, Bebo's awesome. Bebo's good people. But Mandatory has a comment. He's like, "Don't you dare threaten me with the virus. I want to get it. 400 a month is what it means to me." But
wait,
the real question, Mandatory, is: are you willing to strip down to get it? That's the real question at this conjecture. Are you willing to strip down to get Corona? Are you to get down with the Rona? You got to strip down and bum rush some La Raza member, mad dogging you at the Wally World. Okay. Oh my goodness! But no, Bebo's not wrong. Trump's not going to get the majority of the Hispanic vote, but
he's going to get a sizable chunk of it.
He'll get a sizable chunk of it. He will get enough of the Black and Latino vote to completely steamroll this election.
Yeah.
And he's going to fuck over the Democrat Party forever.
Plus, he's got the immigrant vote.
Oh. Oh no!
That's funny.
He wouldn't just go to jail. He's going back to jail. I love that addition here. I'm glad that he clarified the strength of his convictions.
He might even meet the Tiger King.
Like goddamn Walt Disney in the Family Guy episode. Put me back. Oh my goodness. Whew. Ooh, lad.
yeah.
Oh, I am excited to see the demographics that Trump pulls this election. Like to me, that's exciting. That's
Yeah.
probably going to be the one exciting thing about this election is uh, is how strong Trump has completely morphed the Republican Party because I said jail, not prison. I'm sorry, I did not specify jail versus prison.
Wait,
I'm
there's
a
a
good
difference
boy.
between those two.
I'm a good boy who done nothing wrong. No, actually, jail is different. Jail is for the small timers. Prison is for
Ah,
those who are like dedicated to the lifestyle. In
I
fact,
getcha.
it's the prison facilities and amenities are such that sometimes they say, well, if I'm going to do something illegal, I may as well go big so I can get benefits from these facilities. Rather than just stay in the county jail and have nothing for years on end. Um,
yeah.
what the hell was I saying just before that? What the hell was I talking about? Anyways, hate it when that happens. I
Yeah.
hate it when that happens.
Yeah, me
So,
too.
oh no, yes, we were talking about the Democrats, and we're talking about the Democrats being irrelevant for 50 years. But what it would also do, and this is a fantastic thing, it would force the Republican Party to keep the Trump platform
Yeah, that will be a good
because
thing.
if the Republicans cannot throw away this massive boost that they've been given,
They
basically as
have
a
to
gift
keep the
from Trumpism.
they have to keep the populism aspect
Yes,
of things. They can't
and
get rid
because
of it, and you got the neocons who are like, "Meh, Trump bad."
the neocons, I have no. I'm ashamed that I ever voted Bush. Like yeah, actually no. Compared to the other choice, it was. And that's the thing. For the last 20 years, we finally got a real option and a real alternative, and it seems like America's jumping on it, and that's why he's going to win again. That's
Yeah,
my that's my take on it. Now, if I'm wrong, then it's it's due to sheer optimism. Like I can't not believe he's not going to win. Like
yeah.
it would be.
To be fair, lightning strikes twice.
It does.
Well, I've read an article recently about Trump Tower getting hit by by a lightning strike, not 2 times, but 3 times simultaneously.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Mandatory says $100 says exit polls say Latino are around 66% voting Donald Trump.
Ah,
Well, you're gonna have to fight that battle with Disavowed because he vehemently disagrees with you. Although it wouldn't be that surprising. Although I just did a video about the now you've all seen the YouTube ads where there's just like you better vote because if you don't, it's a public record about whether or not you voted, and it's just this fear and intimidation shakedown on virtually any YouTube video you click on if you're in the states. You're gonna get
yeah.
these ads.
I was about to say, I don't get him over here, my dude.
Yeah, because you're not in the states, they're not advertising to you. Um, because they can do that with these analytics now, who they send these ads to. Quite
Yeah.
fascinating. But anyways, if you click on the link to the advertiser and you're sent to this organization called Voto Latino, and surprise, surprise, it's a leftist organization, and there's a link that they were granted money from the Open Society Foundation, run by George Soros. And my
Ah,
thing
the
is, and my thing is,
every everyone's favorite Nazi collaborator.
I know, he's everywhere. And my thing is, they have to rely on intimidation now because they didn't really have much to begin with to start with. Um,
You know, they would have won this election. No, probably not this election, but they would have had a strong stranglehold of America if they didn't shaft, but if they didn't shaft Bernie in the 2016 election.
See, now all that tells me you pronounce Iranian intelligence agency wrong.
Mm.
I can't be wrong all the time. Or, yes, I can be wrong all the time. I can't be right all the time. It's a hard job.
I'm
But
wrong
anyways,
most of the time, so it doesn't affect me.
in any case, but no, what that tells me is that Bernie wasn't a part of the establishment, which is,
That's true.
but he still sold his soul to it, and
Yeah.
that's what's depressing. Is he wasn't a part of them, yet he
Yeah.
allowed himself to be subverted by them.
And he
And
act and the biggest thing to show from that, he historically used to be very Second Amendment historically. Now he's not, but historically he used to be very Second Amendment.
yeah, I never saw that side of him because by the time he became a public figure, and that all of those views he had in the past are suddenly irrelevant. And
Because a lot of left a lot of very left leaning people, not actually Marxists or Marxists. You know what word I'm trying to say.
Marxist, yes, 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 yes.
Yes.
Now,
They're
here's my
Maoists.
contention with that. Here's my contention with that is we've had people claiming to be moderate, claiming to be center, claiming to be, against the man, and then they get into office and they become the man. They
Yeah,
they become the thing that they said that they were fighting against. And
that's true.
my problem with that is, was any of it true? And we see, and for me, that's the same thing that we're seeing with Bernie. Is I think he was
Mm,
always a corrupt, two-faced politician, because he couldn't succeed in any other field in his life. He didn't have a paying job till he was Vermont
40?
senator. Yeah, until he was a senator, he could not hold a job.
Mm,
So it's remarkable to me that we have this continual pattern of behavior of being the standard bearer of this cause, and then once you get in, you're suddenly a soulless husk, which this is why this is why I appreciate the polarization of America, because it's more revealing than it is. I just think,
damaging.
yeah, it's more constructive than it is destructive, because people are actually showing their true colors.
To be fair, you gotta be destructive to be constructive.
Yep, you got to break a few eggs to make an omelet, is as Iron Man would say. But it is revealed I like what Steven Crowder said. He's like, be biased. At least if you show your bias, you're showing people who you really are, and that's a good thing.
Yeah, and
I
you're
don't like.
honest, and you're not. I I enjoy watching bipartisan news and stuff, but it's quite difficult. I I prefer to watch really biased stuff because that's weirdly more honest, kind of. With leftist stuff, I enjoy watching that stuff. I'm quite a bit right wing, but I still watch leftist stuff just for the. You gotta
It's
know these
strange
people's mindset.
because yeah,
Yeah,
and it's
you gotta.
strange because there are a bunch of apps on your Roku that like Newsy and all these other and there are a bunch of these startups, these where they claim to be moderate and centrist and fact checking, and because people want a middle ground. I don't think I think the middle ground is a deception. I think it's a lie. I don't think anyone is ever truly in the middle on most issues that face their country. They choose one side or the other.
Or you can say, or you can do a compromise, but that's very rare, sadly.
Yeah, the only people who compromise are the right, and that needs to stop. And if it means that the
Mm,
right gives the left bloody noses and the left hits back, then you just got to roll with it. You got to
yeah.
learn to love the fight. And I'll be honest, I think Americans learning to love the fight is what's making all of this good in the world. I think that Americans loving to fight is a force for good internationally. I
To
think
be fair, you
Americans.
guys been loving the fight since the inception of your
Oh,
country.
well, the revolution, yes, but in terms of like uh, foreign interference and like yes, break faces, we need it. But no, in terms of like our foreign engagements, like our meddling in other countries, that's not um, that's not what that's not Americans that's not true American fighting. It's just people trying
Something
to make
like
money.
something like what happened in Korea and World War II and Vietnam.
Now, give me your view on that because I'm a
What?
little hazy
Vietnam?
what you're referring to. The Vietnam War?
Yeah.
Okay. Um, I'm actually torn as to whether or not we should have been there, but the fact is
Uh,
we lost due to the media.
Public
It,
support.
it
Yeah.
yeah, it was a it was a war lost in the media, but on the ground, like we could have we could have
You guys
completely
you guys showed
broken the
to
Viet Cong.
remember remember the psyche of America at the time. It's very different where it is now. You the media basically posted live leak footage of Vietnam.
Mm.
Yeah. So like very gory details and stuff. Today you'll be like, this is not too bad and it's more sanitized. I think that's the biggest reason.
We should have invaded Iran, not Iraq. I'll be honest, I wouldn't cry if we completely glassed that country. Just, just glass it. It- Turn the sand to glass and just, call it a day.
Plus there's a bunch of other things America should have done in Vietnam, like Burroughs borons or boron something. Something borons. The low IQ thing and a bunch of other things.
Mm. Yeah, I honestly don't know what you're referring to, so I have no comment on it.
They the US government needed troops in Vietnam and they had a bunch of very lame, low IQ, borderline autistic people around, and they're like, we'll just ship them. They'll volunteer. We'll just market it and volunteer and ship them there.
Interesting.
Yeah.
That's
And
the first I've heard of that.
they didn't put it on non-combat roles. That was the biggest problem with it. They popped it in nearly every role under the sun. What isn't high technical stuff.
Mm.
Mm.
So, so internationally speaking, um, because you're an Australian, have you noticed a positive effect in America not going into constant warfare in your side of the world?
Um. Well, Australia's not getting involved in new wars, so that's a good thing.
Would Australia have been involved in any case?
Yeah. We
Okay.
have a treaty with you guys saying we'll fight in every war you guys are a part of.
Well, damn.
Yeah.
Well, that should be Trump's international campaign. Send all the troops home.
Yeah.
Send them all back. Go home. Get a
Yeah,
job. Have a family.
we got like 20 dudes in Iraq now. And
Only
they're all
20?
trainers. Yeah, 20 roughly.
Okay.
I think we got a little more than that, but I remember like 2 or 3 years ago it was 20. I haven't
Nice.
looked
Not
into
bad.
it as much. Yeah.
All right. All right. So, any other election predictions?
Um, I don't think the right's gonna. If Biden wins, I don't think it's a good idea for the right to riot and destroy everything.
Hmm.
You, I think we gotta, or you guys gotta stand up and say, okay, you guys have won. If we'll try to, if we smell foul play, we'll look at it. And if it wasn't fair play, good for you. If it was, we'll investigate it even more and not trying to make a big hubbub about it like you guys did. We'll be mature and we'll see what goes for there.
Hmm. Do.
But that's just me. I'm very
Hmm.
moderate. Well, that's what people tell me. I'm very moderate and a bit fence city.
Huh. Sorry, I got a notification on my phone.
Yeah, bacon cheeseburgers are not too bad. I had one once that it's pretty good. But I love
Do.
McMuffins. They're pretty nice.
Yes. And you know,
Yeah.
I
Oh god, pork just reminded me of something real quickly. In certain parts of the Gold Coast, you can't eat pork. And because there's a lot of Muslims living in, well, not a lot, just a good chunk. Probably I don't know how many Muslims is in Australia, but that doesn't matter.
So what you're saying is eating pork is synonymous with freedom.
Yeah.
Amen.
What I'm
Amen.
trying to say, give me a minute. I'll let you talk, sorry.
No. I'm just
Yeah.
saying, yes,
Yeah.
bacon and pork is an indication of freedom,
Yeah.
like carte
Hmm.
blanche.
Yeah. We got some
Eat,
Muslim. That's what I was trying
eat
to
the
say.
bacon, you bigot.
That's what I was
Eat
trying
the
to say
bacon.
before. That's what I was trying to say before I interrupted you. In small, there's small communities in the Gold Coast, and they have the councils there ban eating pork in parks and stuff because the smell
Oh,
was
you're
wafting
kidding.
into the areas.
So okay, so they can't even be around the smell of pork.
Yes.
Imagine if I had the same opinion of rap music.
Yeah.
Good heavens. Ugh. No thanks. No thanks. I would truly rather not.
I'm not a big. I listen to rap sometimes, but I got a similar opinion to you about it. I'm quite. What's the word? Ambivalent to it.
Nice.
Yeah. To be fair, I'm pretty ambivalent to a lot of things.
Ah. Okay, and that the issue I had with my phone is concluded.
Solved?
So yes, it is solved. I'm actually I'm getting things set up between the liberalists about accounts and administration and whatnot. So they don't know I'm streaming right now, so because this is on my own channel.
Wait. Oh, Sargon's
Yes,
cult. Okay.
yes, I help manage their email accounts, their some of their social media. I help admin in the Facebook group when I'm not being zucked. So yeah, that's also something that I help that I'm a part of and assist with. All the rappers love Trump. Yes, they do. Yes, they do.
Wait, really?
Yeah, no, there's a bunch. Like 50 Cent, and I'm not sure if Ice Cube jumped on, but 50 Cent definitely jumped on. Uh, Lil Wayne met with Trump. Kanye met with Trump. That's the biggest one.
I know
Um,
Kanye met Trump, and that was a big thing for a couple of weeks. That's why I remember that.
yeah, and so Trump is going to take a massive portion of the black demographic, and
Yeah.
that's going to be good. Um, so yeah, and as I said, hopefully this election will secure Trumpism above the previous neocon republicanism that abysmally failed the country.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh, now I got one thing that I think everyone's forgotten.
okay, we will close the stream
Does
on this, but go ahead.
does anyone remember the Trump Muslim immigration ban? Or
Yes,
that's oh, I was
the
trying to
uh,
remember that.
the Trump immigration ban.
Well, that's what the media call it, but it's more of a stop terrorism moving in band.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Joe Biden actually called him out on that during the campaign as well, and to very little effect, as you know, anyone with half a brain should. And that's what I love about this election cycle is the news media has no power. Like, even though they're trying to censor us, they have there are far too many Trump supporters to keep the truth out from getting into the open air. So that's why I think there's going to be a massive surge for Trump, because in spite of everything, the Hunter Biden story still got out. Whereas before, I don't think anyone would have noticed if the same powers that be had mobilized. Does that make
But
sense?
the biggest problem with the Hunter Biden story, it's happened too late. Because remember, the Hillary thing happened months and months ago, so more people can be like, wait, what is this? And it slowly built up. But with this, it's like, it can't have a slow momentum to build up.
Maybe that's true. Maybe that's true. But it's still out there, and it's actually during the debate when Trump brought up Hunter Biden, people started Googling, how do I change my vote? So if that's any
Wait, really?
indication, yes, really. During when Trump was mentioning Hunter Biden and grilling Biden on that issue, Americans were frantically asking how or if they could change their vote. So
Can they actually change their vote?
no, they can't.
Ooh.
Sadly, the best they could do is somehow throw their ballot,
Annul the
or
vote?
um, that would be their only recourse if that was even available. But largely no. Once a ballot is cast, that's it, and it can be nullified throughout the selection process to see whether or not it's valid or complete or accurately marked or whatnot.
Yeah.
So yeah. But anyways, we're gonna end on that. Thank you all for coming. Thank you for viewing. Wait, hang on. You can change your vote
Wait, really?
in seven states. You can change your vote.
Oh, that's good.
Well, I'm glad that people in those 7 states are going to be able to renege and join the Trump train. But anyways, guys, Trump landslide victory. We're calling it. If not, it's just my optimism. But I'm
Well,
praying
you
for a
guys are
Trump
calling
victory.
it. I'm calling on a Trump victory, but I don't think it's going to be a landslide victory. But hey, anything could happen.
Indeed, indeed. Anyways, guys,
We live in 2020.
oh, don't remind
Yeah.
me.
Yeah. That's a
Hopefully,
that's a good
hopefully it's
double-edged sword.
hopefully it's just 2020 for the Democrats this year.
Yeah.
And with that, good night.
Yeah, see you guys later. Thanks for having me on.
Anytime, man.